So Aquarius, I wanted to give y'all a little bit of a longer reading this time around because I'm really feeling the vibe of Aquarius right now. Aquarius is in Saturn right now, and so that's kind of like that's that authority figure, okay? People are looking for freedom. They're looking for someone who isn't going to hide themselves in who they truly are. Someone who, you might not even know who the fuck you are at this point in time, Aquarius, but that doesn't even fucking matter. In the grand scheme of things, people are looking up to you. So I wanted to tell you how you look to other people, and what to look forward to, essentially. I'm already picking up on super like intuitive, scarily intuitive vibes, like the tingles. You get into like little spider senses and shit. From the people that surround you currently, it also kind of feels like some of you guys are going through a whole episodic event type thing going on in your mind, where it's like your mind might be taking you back a little bit in time. You might be thinking about very vivid memories you had as a kid, as a child, or maybe, just younger than you are right now, right? I think we all go through some things, some timelines, and it's all different for everyone. If it makes sense, your brain doesn't necessarily have an age, okay? And whether it's science, spirituality, it is what it is. Some of us are more mature than others, and that's what I wanted to say to y'all. You guys are acting very mature right now. Maybe even insanely mature for your age. It freaks people out because I think a lot of people don't really look at you, at least physically, as someone who has so much knowledge and independence and intelligence and structure, a foundation. Remember, like, you guys don't have this restriction that you put onto yourself. Society rejects you, and you allow society to reject you. You don't really have a poisonous desire to belong anywhere but in your own home, in your own bed, in your own robe, in your own shower. Like, you're like, I just want to take care of myself, and I just want to live and make money. Like, I want to push forward. I want to do fun things. I want to explore myself, and it doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks. And I'm the grand scheme of things, it's like the way Aquarius kind of feels in a family unit, and that's why, I'm mentioning family unit for a really big reason, is because the distance y'all been taking. Okay, here's what it is. Aquarius isn't, it's not an easy evolution, but we're used to evolving through really fucked up scenarios and situations. We're used to pushing through regardless of what went on. We don't want our past to define who we are. And I think that really, really like fits in your quarters right now. You're trying not to let the past like eat at you or bug at you when it comes to interacting with the family unit. Because right now I can see like you're trying not to let it stop you from your normal love life too. It's like you're not even really allowed to have a love life because, how family has treated you. You have this whole new perspective though that's coming out, and I think that it confuses and I feel like people are super judgmental towards you. Okay, very judgmental right now. They just don't know why you have this ability to take such a distance. It's offensive to them. Okay, it feels like you are like, I don't want to say that, like, you. It feels like you're just a robot, right? In a time. That's what they think, right? You don't feel anything. There's no, like, you don't click like everybody else does. Why is that a problem though? Why do we get used to clicking? We don't all have to click the same motherfucking way. Like, we don't all sound the same or look the same or act the same, play the same. We don't have the same physical features. So why do we have to act like we aren't different? Because we are different. And that's okay to be different. On that account, the family unit rejects you. Your friends reject you. Your boyfriend, girlfriend, situationship rejects you. What are you supposed to do then? Right? What are you supposed to do then? Like, the whole world just says for a big fuck you to Aquarius. Let me tell you, this is why a lot of Aquariuses are spiritual. Even if you don't realize it, even if you don't like really fuck with the witchcraft, whatever, you're spiritual. You got the gifts. You got the tools, okay, to push forward. You have the tools to make money. You know, you have the tools to read people, excite people, and push forward, the greater narrative, which is, you know, you want to be able to take care of yourself, but also take care of your people, right? That's your community, love. That's your community. And you're sick of living in the fear of judgment and the fear of what your family's going to do in reaction to what you want to do with yourself in the future. I feel like that's also something that pops through really, really strong right now is the challenge of ignoring ignorance, my bad. The challenge of ignorance. What is it that you have to prove yourself? Like, why do you have to prove yourself to people that never gave a fuck in the first place? Why do you have to ground yourself and pretend to be something you're not around people who never respected that, even that version of you, the fake version of you, the version of you that, everybody criticizes and picks and judges? Why is it that you have to pretend to be someone you're not? Let's see. Let's pick out some cards real quick. And I'm going to use the oracles because look, yep. So the memories that I pick up on most of all are not negative ones. This isn't like a horrible, like you're going back in time and going through the PTSD mode. I also heard when I was starting this, I also heard healing from CPTSD, which is like, that's just like the chronic shit where you just can't control it. It's not something you can control, but this right here is a pattern of decisions that you've made up until now to become the person you are as you're watching this video. Whether you should be proud of yourself or whether you should be hurting right now, whether you should be changing your life at this moment if you're not satisfied and happy with the path you've chosen. But if you see these two people walking forward, right, whether you're in a relationship, you could be in a relationship currently, they might be asking you to choose between two paths or a fork in the road. You could be choosing your family or you could be choosing a singular life where it's just you, it's just you. Because if you look in here, that's two homes back there. Okay, there's a larger home, a lot of people. Whether it's grounding or not is kind of the question. Or there's this singular home, one you can own by yourself, for yourself, a path that's most likely less traveled. Okay, now the argument is, which way do you walk where you're going to get the best solution, the best finances, the best stability? And that's where I'm saying, like, look at this right here. What is that? What is it you have to do before making this decision and making this choice? Is your time up in this current area, this current position, or with this current person? That's kind of what you got to decide first. Is your time up? Okay. Is your time up? Are you done with over explaining yourself? Like I said, being something or not. Are you finally done with this shit? Because if you're trying to be done, then you're going to have to walk, right? Walking like you're talking. Let's see what else to say. Oh, instantly. Curiosity. Okay. And I want to say, they always say curiosity killed the cat, but I don't believe that, right? Cats have 9 lives. So if curiosity did truly kill the cat, then what's up with this scenario, right? People might be curious about what you are wanting to do next in your life, and they might be asking you a lot of questions. This could also be like, you can see all these birds up here, all these people. It's like, y'all know the seagulls from what is that movie with the clownfish, all the seagulls that say the same thing or whatever. It's kind of like all these people are saying the same thing. They're stating the same thing back at you, are constantly asking the same question, And I feel like it all boils down to people asking, like, who are you? Who are you really? Why can't we see who you really are? But you're showing them everything you can show them. It's like, okay, so I need to look for somebody else or something else. I need to go somewhere else or take my business elsewhere, because if you're still asking me that question, then that shows me you can't retain the knowledge that I be spouting. This crow is the intelligent crow. These crows are the normal ass motherfuckers. These bitches, they're too normal, they're too average, they're dumbfounded, right? They don't know you. They don't know you like you know yourself. And they don't know you like, maybe your family knows you. They don't know you. They don't know how you move, okay? And it doesn't need to be over-explained anymore, okay? If by now they've known you for this long, they don't need any more explanation. You need to choose to walk. Okay, gather yourself. You can see that Crow, he's kind of looking at the boots. He's like, oh, should I walk back out there? He's like, should I walk back out there? Or should I just keep walking forward? You know, I know nobody's following me. Nobody has enough courage or aggression or, authoritarian energy to follow me. But that's okay. They don't have to. They don't have to be you. They don't. It's good that it's good that we have variety out here, right? So let's check out what else we got. Resistance, yup. So people might be telling you to push back or sit down. This is fear though. Okay, so your intuition might be telling you, hey, like slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. But we got to know the difference between intuition and fear. Okay, because intuition doesn't revolve around emotions. It revolves around a feeling that you feel in your body. You might feel it in your mind, but it's not, a set emotion. It doesn't go through like sadness, fears, frustration. Like those are all very human things, okay? That's not instinctual, right? Instinctual, you just know. You just know, right? That's instinctual. That's intuition. You just know. You don't have to go through the whole emotions of everything. And in this situation, you're resisting change. You're resisting moving ahead. Why? Right? You're resisting the balance and, the look of the future. Why? Why is it that you're so scared? What do you have to be scared of? Right? Everything up until now, everything you built up until now, what was so scary about those situations? Right? So, release. Nah, okay, so I think that's kind of what you're realizing now. You're like, it's not scary, as ignorant and crappy, disgusting that the people around me can be. It's like, I can fly alone and do a lot more for myself than these other people can. You see how this is a different color right here. This crow is a completely different color from these two in the back. These niggas, they blend in with the background. This nigga right here, he show out, okay? He show out. Show up and show out. That's what I'm feeling for y'all. Show up and show out. And then it looks like there's even like a reflection right here of a baby, a baby crow. Or like I say, who you used to be just doesn't apply anymore. It's just not who you are. And so revolving around the past and just keep circling back. This almost reminds me of the circle of life, right? The circle of life it takes a lot of like realization. Some people stay all the way back on this circle. Other people are able to travel, and get to all the way to the end, right? That's what you want to do, travel to the end. Some of y'all want to literally physically travel. Others of you want to just push yourself to the extent of like, I have everything that I want. Why would that be a bad thing? It's just not, right? So let's talk a little bit deeper. See what else we got. Yup, resisting change. They say go harder, go a little harder, go a little faster. I know they sound low, but I'm saying go a little harder, go a little faster. Yeah, so they're talking about burnout right now, but here's the problem. The only reason why you would be burning yourself out is because you're doing something that you know you shouldn't be doing. Okay, you're doing something that you know you shouldn't be doing, or you're skipping a step. That's why burnout happens, is because you're doing something and I think you're expecting the universe to give you a card or get out of jail free card, or just like to back, you're expecting the universe to give you the energy to do something you're not, you don't even feel comfortable in. It's not something that you should be doing. That's why you're burnout. Okay. Burnout is a result of being unhappy and being, we can't, obviously, we have situations where we can't always be happy, but to be comfortable, that's a different story, right? Maybe you're not happy with what you have right now, but to be comfortable, you're actually able to function. Burnout is a result of not doing truly what you've been desiring to do. Yeah, they said it's a negative feeling because you're scared still. You're still scared. You're still fearful. You're still scared, right? They say y'all wild. I think that's true. Like, you guys could be wanting to plan something so huge and so crazy for your life, okay? And it could be your life, it could be other people's lives as well. Like you're trying to blow yourself up. That's what I keep getting, like to blow yourself up. This could be in a social media way, or this could also be in like a way of you just want to be like that fish in these store. You want the glitz, the glamour, the money, the gold type shit. So yeah, because Taurus is talking about your body. It's talking about your body, taking care of your body, taking care of like your physical features, like how you want to present yourself is completely different than what you present yourself as currently right now. So they're saying, even if you look like a crazy bitch, look like a crazy bitch. They'd rather you look like a crazy bitch than be holding back what you truly, you know, feel internally. They're talking about industry goals. Okay, they're talking about your goal. What's your goal in this industry? What's your goal? Because you know you can't be perfect. Okay, but you can be pretty damn close to it. Pretty damn close to it. Okay, yeah, they say this is a faded game for you. Okay, this game was always meant to be for you. Okay, this is for people like you, and there's the very small amount of people like you. Okay, very very small. You know, in like look at, oh yeah, so there is like a fire sign here, or somebody who's like, I feel like aggressively emotional, who tries to distract you. Like I'm definitely picking up on aggressive emotions. It's someone who goes sour in the sight of you doing well. They go sour. It's like they just can't stand when you get ahead of them or when you jump ahead. It's like you have this future oriented path going on, and this person cannot stand their own future, and so as a result, they hold you back from yours. Yep. They hold you back from yours. It's almost like there's a magical pull or like something of that nature. Someone could be doing magic, or someone could just be putting the intentions out there and you're just following along with it. That's a bad, bad habit, Aquarius. It's a bad habit, because this is a habit that I've seen Aquariuses go down and never come back from. Okay, they go down the route of following in their lover's footsteps, and then they realize fucking 40 years down the line that that's never what they wanted to do. They realize when it's too late. Okay, and in this case, I would say it's never too late to make any money and to put yourself out there in a business fashion, but in the fashion of like creating a sound family for yourself. There is a limit to how long you have to do that. Okay, the fears and the jealousy is so big with this person, bro. Fire signs, or I picked up on Cancer and Pisces and Scorpio as well, but I mostly picked on fire signs, because I can see here it's like they want you so bad, but this is it. They don't want you, they want your life. You understand what I mean? There's a difference between wanting somebody in a sexual way, in a romantic way, but wanting someone else's life, wanting to literally wear their clothes and their skin, and almost like wearing their brand. But I'm picking up on they want your life, and that means they want to control your life. They don't want to make any sacrifices. They don't want to be, sitting here living life like a normal person. I guess normal, I wouldn't even say normal, but they don't want to live their life. They want your life. Okay? They want to claim your life, even if at the end of your life type shit. Imagine how devastated this person is going to feel when they realize that you haven't been showing them your whole true self, and so they can't mimic that. They can't pretend to be you at this point in time, because they're not you. I feel like they could just keep spinning in their head. How do I get this person's attention? How do I be this person? How can I embody this person's same energy or confidence or whatever, a skill? Like, do I have to like go this way? Do I have to get into spirituality? Do I have to get into taking care of myself this way, that way? They just can't be you. It's not that simple. It never was simple to be an Aquarius. It just never was. It never will be. So, we go through as Aquariuses, we go through so many identity crises. We just do. Like, that's been my whole experience as an Aquarius. It's a huge fucking crisis. Not only like my identity would be in black and white, but, most of it skin oriented, but also just like being a person in general is so fucking rough, man. Especially a person who doesn't think like anybody else. It's like, okay, so we have some similar ideas, but you don't hear what's going on in my head. You know, you don't hear the pattern of things that like dance around my head all the motherfucking time. These are things that like can affect the world. You know, I think from a world standpoint, that grandstand is what I heard, like from a world standpoint, like, you know, New World Order type shit. Nobody else I know thinks about that. They don't have the capability of doing that. You know, they just don't. So now we're in this whole faded thing where you're like, oh man, but I kind of want to settle down. You know, I want to settle down now. Like, you're kind of quick about it too. You're like, but I just want to settle down now. I want to be able to lay down now and have my person and all this and, you know, travel the world. That's not a now thing though, love. You have built the foundation, but now you have to keep that legacy going. That legendary bullshit. Like, you guys are going to be a legend at the end of the day, whether it's just to your children or to a whole entire audience of people. You are going to be something great, and you have to accept that. You know, that's not, you have to have things to fall back on too. You know, even though I'm certain that you're going to find success, you have to have things to fall back on. Okay, what other successes can you find? Maybe you've been thinking about another line of work completely different from the line of work that you've been working on. If that is your plan, then just fucking do it. Stop sitting on it. Stop letting people tell you to sit on that shit. The fire sign, the water sign, whoever it is, doesn't matter. Stop listening to them. This is where I say ignorance is bliss, okay? You have set a goal, so accomplish that goal. It does not matter what a bitch has to say. It doesn't matter what type of advice they give you. At the end of the day, you already know where you're going to go, how you're going to do it, okay, and what stands in your way of that. And currently, these people, this person, this job, whatever this is standing in your way, okay? And at the end of the day, you really don't even have a choice. It's like you need to remove this factor. You need to just remove it. Or I feel like ripping off a Band-Aid and telling the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God type shit. Where it's like this shit might, you know, it will hurt people's feelings. It will. And I'm certain of it. It's going to hurt somebody. But you got to hurt people sometimes in order to back them up. Right? It's like you guys are the type of person who, you know, you're able to rip someone off the stage quite easily when you say the words that were really on your mind versus the words that you kind of held back in your throat. Like, you know, when you get that frog in your throat or you have trouble speaking to somebody, you're like, you always have to cough and shit like that, cough and wheeze. You better open that big fucking mouth, that big, beautiful mouth, love, because now is the time to be honest. When Aquarius is in Saturn, it's brutal. It's brutal honesty. It is the amount of honesty that can make or break a relationship, a job, or, you know, something that you thought could have been stable. That is how crazy this shit is. All right. Nothing. And this is where I say nothing is infinite. that's the Aquarius like law. That's what you got to learn as an Aquarius. Nothing is infinite. Your life is not infinite. Your finances are not infinite. Your happiness, it will never be infinite. So get those stupid shitty thoughts out of your head where, oh, you know, no, I'm going to have the family. I'm going to have this. Nothing is infinite and nothing is definite. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Nothing is definite. Nothing is infinite unless you make it so. Okay. Anything else? Let's pick up one more card here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Routine. Changing your routine completely. You see how this is a night shift and this is a day shift. Some of y'all, it's as simple as that. But I feel like this is a whole, like your life is going to be like night and day. To where you are now and who you're going to be, where you're going to be in the future, it's like night and day. Night and day. The person that you want to be, the person that you're dealing with romantically too, is like night and day. And you guys you can't go the same direction. You have to separate, right or left. And it's like, you can't go left on this. You have to go this way. And this person has to go that way. And that's just the way it's going to be. Simple. Simple. Sweet and simple and short. I like this reading, right? All right, sweetie pie. Sugar plum honey bunch, Aquarius. Of course, you know, that's my home sign. So I tried to come across a little bit more emotional. That's like Cappy, right? I'm on the cusp of Capricorn, so Try to be a little bit. But this is why I understand Saturn and Aquarius so well. It's because it's been my whole entire life. It's Saturn and Aquarius, making a night and day choice, being the different one and the difficult one instead of being the one that just follows along and submits to everybody and everything. That has been my whole life up until now. So you guys have to make these fucking life choices right now too. Right, you might have been able to avoid it for a long enough period where it's just like, I don't even care anymore. But they're making you care right the fuck now during this Libra season. It will make you care. They will force you to care. They will give you the dreams. They will give you the intuitive moments. They will give you the people randomly walking up to you and be like, hey, you should change this. You should do this. They will trigger you. They will trigger you. They will bring up the arguments and everything. They will trigger you. So be ready. All right, Aquarius.